Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. Album review time. Checking out the debut record from the blackened deathcore collective that is Ov Sulfur. The debut full-length album, The Burden of Faith, out on March 24th, 2023 via Century Media Records. As you can tell, I'm quite smiling about this one. I really enjoyed it, particularly as there was a lot of anticipation and a lot of expectation on this band. The Burden of Faith is an extremely big moment in the career of Ov Sulfur. Not just because, hey, it's the debut full length, but because of the previously released EP and slew of singles from this album that has caused rabid-like hunger within their listener base, me being one of them. Anticipation, demand and expectation that a lot of bands would simply crumble under, but a weight that the blackened broad shoulders of Ov Sulfur are more than capable of holding up. Letting everyone know that this album is going to be feral, furious and freaking demonic from the start with Stained in Rot. The brutish deathcore is manic but layered with melody, rhythm and a clean singing. A real showstopper of a track and one hell of an introduction to the Burden of Faith. Then we get the first of many guests making an appearance on the following Be Fowler, a track that rages and rages bloody hard with the bonus of Alex Terrible from Slaughter to Prevail, adding some levity to the intensity. The deathcore makeup is familiar and very ferocious, with a chorus that soars. But the breakdown in the end, man, that shit is pure chaos. Taylor Barber of Left to Suffer joins Ov Sulfur next on the barbaric Unraveling, a track that takes some of the earlier subtle symphonic touches and puts them front and centre. This, a track that has a much blacker heart, but shows a measured magnificence that is just awesome. Then there is the slab of brutality that is Death of Circumstance, a hyperactive blast of heaviness blended with symphonic splendour and delivering an epic sounding chorus. The beastliness of Ov Sulfur as prominent as their experimental side, which makes the overall deathcore makeup impossible to just dismiss. You know, your haters of deathcore, you might find it a little bit harder to be like, oh, chuck this one away. For all its unbelievable raging savagery, it is an album with far too many interesting melodic twists and turns to simply ignore. Tracks like the lower tempo but unashamedly heavy Earthen with its thrilling guitar solo. The haunting intermission of a path to salvation that is more metalcore than deathcore, and the imaginative epic I Apostate that showcases some of the coarsest instrumentation of the entire album. It's brilliant stuff. Like the Torch vocalist Howard Jones and lends his immense vocal talents to Wide Open, the combination of Ov Sulfur's epic deathcore and Jones's stylish voice is the stuff Headbanging Dreams are made of. A track that has some downright heavy instrumentation and some devastating vocal growls, but plenty of melody too. Melody that just elevates it from being more than just a brash and intense death-infused metal track. Then there is the Inglorious Archetype, a penultimate track that has one goal and one goal alone: crush, done through sheer feverish speed and brutish heaviness. Whereas the finale, the title track, features the ruthless style of Carl Medina for body snatching and the enigmatic wonder of Lindsay Schoolcraft. One of the most detailed and delightful tracks in the entire record that sees the band really dig into a cinematic crust. It is a massive album, and it more than lives up to the hype. Ov Sulfur are gonna blow up big time based on this record. It's lived up to anticipation. I was excited for it, really enjoying the singles, really excited to see what the full album would hold, and it did not disappoint. This is a banger. It is The Burden of Faith, out on the 24th of March 2023 via Century Media Records. You know what to do, you're gonna check this one out anyway, but let me remind you, check it out and let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?